My beloved child, pause for a moment and breathe deeply. That breath you just took, yes, even that, was my gift to you. You may not have noticed it when you were younger, when the years seemed endless and energy flowed like a rushing stream, but every day of your life has been upheld by my hand. I have been the quiet strength behind your survival, the unseen shelter in every storm, and the reason you are still here in this very moment. You have lived through decades of change. You have seen the world shift in ways you never imagined when you were a child. Perhaps you remember a time when families gathered without distraction, when a handshake sealed a promise, and when neighbors knew each other's names. Those years have passed, but I have not. I was there then, and I am here now. You may think you have been kept alive by medicine, by good fortune, or by your own determination. But no, my child. It was I who sustained you. You have walked through illnesses that could have claimed you. You have faced accidents, disappointments, and heartbreaks that could have crushed your will to live. You have experienced moments where the night felt too long and the morning too far away. Yet here you are. Every day you awoke with breath in your lungs was another day I whispered over you. Not yet. Their story is not finished. I want you to see the truth. Your years are not random. They are woven into my plan like threads in a grand tapestry. Some of those threads have been bright with joy, weddings, the birth of children or grandchildren, the laughter of friends, the satisfaction of a job well done. Others have been dark with sorrow, losses, regrets, and moments when you felt more alone than you thought possible. But every thread, bright or dark, has been guided by my hand. Without the shadows, you would not appreciate the light. Without the trials, you would not know the strength I placed within you. When you were young, you may have thought that survival depended on your own choices alone. And yes, choices matter. But what you could not see then is that I was guiding you even in moments you thought were pure chance. That near miss on the highway? I was there. That sudden diagnosis that later turned out to be less serious than feared? I was there. The day you felt you could not get out of bed, yet somehow found the strength to rise? I was there. I have been the constant you did not always recognize. And now, my child, I want you to understand something that will give you peace. I have kept you alive because there is still something for you to do. You may think your greatest contributions are behind you. You may feel the world moves too fast, that younger hands and younger minds have taken the place you once held. But hear me. I do not measure worth by speed, by technology, or by worldly relevance. I measure it by faithfulness, by love, by the way your heart beats in rhythm with mine. As long as there is breath in your lungs, there is purpose in your days. There are people who need the wisdom you carry. Your years have given you a sight younger eyes do not yet possess. You have lived enough to know what truly matters, and the world is desperate for such truth. I have kept you alive not merely to witness the passage of time, but to shine as a light to those stumbling in darkness. Your story, both the joys and the scars, has power to encourage and guide others. Think back to moments when you thought you were finished, when you could not see a way forward. I walked with you through those valleys, and I placed within you the testimony of survival. That testimony is not for you to bury. It is for you to speak. I have kept you alive so you can tell others that hope is not a fairy tale, that faith is not a crutch, and that I, the Lord who made you, am still here for them too. Some of you reading these words carry silent questions. You wonder why I let certain things happen. You wonder why I did not stop certain losses or pains. My beloved, I see the tears you have hidden, the questions you never dared to voice aloud. I do not condemn you for them. I invite you to bring them to me. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust this: nothing was wasted. Even the seasons you wish had never come have been used to shape you into who you are today. Do you remember the times when you felt forgotten? When your prayers seemed to go unanswered? You thought I was silent, but I was working behind the scenes in ways you could not see. I was aligning events, protecting you from paths that would have harmed you, and preparing blessings you could not have imagined. I have been patient with you through every doubt, every stumble, and every moment you thought about giving up. My keeping power has not been earned. It has been freely given because you are mine. And now, my child, I want you to lift your eyes. Stop looking only at what is behind you. I have kept you alive not so you can merely reminisce about the past, but so you can step into the future I have already prepared. You still have days ahead, days in which you will laugh again, days in which you will see prayers answered that you have held in your heart for years. I have kept you for such days, and they are coming. Let go of the idea that you are just waiting out the rest of your life. I have not kept you alive for you to drift. I have kept you alive for you to live, fully, intentionally, and in step with me. There are still songs for you to sing, even if your voice trembles. There are still prayers for you to pray, even if you whisper them from a chair instead of kneeling. There are still people for you to bless, even if you cannot leave your home. When you lie down at night, I am the one who watches over you. When you rise in the morning, I am the one who gives you strength for the day. When you feel the weight of age, remember that I am the Ancient of Days, and I do not grow weary. Lean on me. Let my strength be your strength. I have kept you alive for a reason, and I will continue to keep you, not because you have been perfect, but because you are mine. So walk forward, my beloved, with your head lifted high. The same God who carried you through the first chapters of your life will carry you through the final ones. And when the time comes for you to step from this life into my presence, you will find that I was with you all along, keeping you not just for earth, but for eternity. My beloved child, I see the storms that have passed over your life, and I see the ones that still try to rise. I know the battles you have fought, some with your own strength, others with tears upon your pillow when no one else was watching. You have felt the weight of worry and the sharp sting of fear. You have watched people you love struggle, and you have carried burdens you thought might break you. Yet through it all, I have been whispering one promise. I give you peace. This peace I offer is not like the world's peace. The world's version comes and goes like the tide. It is there when everything looks easy, when money is steady, when health feels certain, when relationships are kind. But when trouble comes, that peace vanishes like smoke in the wind. My peace is not fragile like that. My peace is steady, because it comes from who I am, not from what is happening around you. You have seen enough life to know that circumstances change in a heartbeat. One phone call, one letter in the mail, one doctor's report, and everything can feel different. That is why I do not want you to rest your heart on the surface of things. I want you to anchor yourself in me. My peace is deep. It runs beneath the storms, unshaken by waves, untouched by the noise above. Think back, my child, to the times when trouble came and you thought you would be swallowed up. Yet somehow there was a strength inside you that you could not explain. Somehow there was a quiet place in your spirit where fear could not fully enter. That was me. Even when you did not recognize it, I was guarding your heart, sheltering your mind, and speaking calm into your soul. Some of you have asked me in your prayers, Lord, why haven't you just taken away all the trouble? I could have, but I want you to understand something greater. If I removed every storm, you would never discover that I can bring peace right in the middle of one. If I silenced every wave, you would never know that my voice is stronger than the wind. My peace is not the absence of trouble. It is the presence of my hand holding you steady when the trouble comes. I see you, dear one, in the quiet moments when your thoughts wander to the past. You remember losses, people you loved who are now in my presence, opportunities you wish you had taken, seasons you wish could come back. You feel the ache of those memories. But listen closely. I do not want you to be a prisoner of what you have lost. I have given you peace to carry those memories without being crushed by them. My peace does not erase your love for those you miss, but it removes the sting of despair. There have been nights when sleep would not come. You stared into the dark, replaying worries and imagining worst outcomes. Yet even then, I was there, speaking softly to your spirit. Be still. I am here. Sometimes you heard me and your breathing slowed. Other times your mind kept racing. But still I stayed, because my peace is not dependent on how perfectly you receive it. It is my gift, and I will keep offering it as long as you live. You may wonder, but Lord, what if my health declines? What if I cannot care for myself? What if I am forgotten? My child, my peace is not limited by your strength or your independence. I will be with you in every stage of your life. If your body grows weaker, I will still carry your soul. If you find yourself in a place you never thought you would be, in a hospital bed, or in the care of others, my presence will still fill the room. Even if every human voice falls silent, mine will not. The peace I give cannot be taken by loss. It cannot be stolen by sickness. It cannot be broken by the cruelty of others. It cannot be interrupted by bad news. My peace is born out of eternity, and eternity is unshakable. Do not think that your days of living in peace are over just because the years have advanced. In fact, I have designed this season of your life to be one of the most peaceful you have ever known. If you will rest in me, you do not have to prove yourself anymore. You do not have to carry the weight of everyone's approval. You do not have to fight to be seen. I see you. I know you. And I give you rest. You remember the storms of your younger days, fighting for stability, working long hours, raising children, managing a household, trying to keep everything from falling apart. Now, though your body may feel the years, your spirit can walk lighter. I want to teach you to live with open hands, letting go of what you cannot control and receiving my peace as your constant companion. Even now, you can speak peace into the lives of others. There are people around you, neighbors, friends, family, who are overwhelmed by worry. You can be my voice to them. When you tell them, I have peace even though life is hard, they will listen because you speak from experience. You will not just be repeating words. You will be living proof that I keep my promises. I want you to picture something, my child. Picture yourself in a small boat on a lake. The water is still, the air is soft, the world is quiet. That stillness you imagine, that is what I want to keep in your heart even when the water around you is rough. You will feel the waves, you may even get wet, but deep inside, you will remain steady. This is the miracle of my peace. So in the days ahead when trouble knocks at your door, do not invite it in to stay. Let my peace answer instead. When fear whispers that you are alone, remember that I am right beside you. When your thoughts begin to run toward worry, pause and listen for my voice. I am the Prince of Peace, and my peace is yours, forever. My beloved child, I have seen every moment of your life. Not one day has passed without my eyes resting upon you. Even when you felt invisible to the world, when the phone stopped ringing, when the door stayed closed, when no one asked how you were doing. I saw you. I have never looked away. From the moment you first opened your eyes as an infant, I knew every detail of who you would become. I knew the sound of your laughter, the way your face would change over the years, the things that would bring you joy, and the moments that would bring you to your knees. I knew the mistakes you would make and the victories you would win. I knew every thought, every dream, every hidden fear. You have never been a stranger to me. I know there were seasons when you wondered if anyone really knew you, knew the real you, not just the role you played. You were the caregiver, the provider, the friend, the spouse, the parent. And yet, there were days you felt unseen in your own story, as though the world looked past you without realizing you had feelings, needs, and hopes of your own. My child, I saw every moment of that. I saw the sacrifices you made that no one thanked you for. I saw the quiet tears you wiped away so others would not worry. I saw you pushing through when you felt like collapsing. And not only did I see you, I cherished you. There is a difference between noticing someone and cherishing them. Many can see, but not all choose to value what they see. I have treasured you from the beginning, not because of what you have done, but because you are mine. I created you with intention, not by accident. Every hair on your head has been numbered by me. Even now, as time changes your body, I still call you beautiful. You are my handiwork, and I take joy in you. There have been times you doubted this. The world's way of valuing people often depends on their strength, their appearance, their usefulness. And as the years pass, you may feel those measures slipping away. But hear me. My measure of worth has never been tied to the things that fade. Your value is anchored in eternity. You are just as precious to me now as you were in your youth. In fact, the years have only deepened your beauty in my eyes, because they have drawn you closer to my heart. I have been there in the moments you thought no one was watching. The time you prayed silently in a hospital room, unsure what the outcome would be. The night you stood at the window, looking out into the darkness, wondering if anyone really understood the ache you carried. The quiet joy you felt when you heard a song that reminded you of my goodness. The way you spoke kindly to a stranger who needed encouragement, even though you were weary yourself. These moments are treasures to me. You may think some of your days were wasted, but not one has been. I have seen every act of kindness, every prayer whispered, every step taken in faith. I have recorded them all, not for the sake of keeping score, but because I delight in the way you have walked this journey. Even your stumbling steps are precious to me, because they were steps taken while holding my hand. My child, you are fully known, every flaw, every strength, every hidden part of your heart, and still you are fully loved. You have never needed to earn my affection. You could not earn it if you tried. It has always been freely given, without condition, without limit. You might ask, but Lord, what about the times I turned away from you? What about the choices I regret? My beloved, I saw those too, and I did not turn away. I waited for you, not with anger, but with longing. I pursued you through the noise of life. I whispered to your heart, even in the middle of your distractions. My love has never been fragile. It has never depended on your perfection. There are people in your life who may not truly see you anymore. Some have gone on ahead to eternity. Others are busy with their own lives. Some may have judged you by moments without understanding your whole story. But I have never misunderstood you. I know the why behind every decision you made. I know the reasons you reacted the way you did in moments of pain. I know the battles you fought quietly. I know you. When I say you are cherished, I do not mean simply that I think well of you. I mean that you are deeply valued, treasured in the very core of my being. My love for you is not polite or distant. It is fierce and personal. I defend you when the enemy accuses. I speak over you when doubt tries to steal your confidence. I call you mine when the world calls you less. So when loneliness whispers that no one notices, remember that I see you every moment. When regret tries to tell you that your story is stained beyond repair, remember that I know your whole story and have written redemption into it. When you feel overlooked, remember that I have never looked away. You are not one among many to me. You are my beloved child. Just as a shepherd knows each sheep by name, I know you by name. Just as a potter shapes each vessel with care, I have shaped your life with purpose, and I am not finished yet. You may think the days of being seen and valued are over, but in my kingdom, the opposite is true. I see you more clearly than ever, and I am inviting you to walk in the confidence of being fully known and fully loved. Let this truth settle deep into your heart. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not on the sidelines. You are central in my heart, and I delight in you. Walk forward knowing this. Whether the world notices you or not, I notice. Whether people understand you or not, I understand. And whether life feels full or empty, I am still here, seeing you, knowing you, and cherishing you for all eternity. My beloved child, I want you to know this with certainty. The path ahead of you is not unknown to me. I have already walked it. Before you take your next step, I have stood there. Before tomorrow comes, I have already been in it. Before you face the days and nights still waiting for you, I have prepared them with care. I know that aging can make the future feel uncertain. You wonder what your body will allow you to do. You wonder how long you will have strength to live independently. You wonder if you will see certain prayers answered in your lifetime. These questions weigh heavy, and the unknown can feel like a shadow over your joy. But hear me, there is no unknown in my eyes. I do not guess, I do not hope for the best. I do not scramble to make things work. I have already seen the end from the beginning, and I am not worried about what is to come. You have walked through life long enough to know that things rarely go exactly as planned. You have seen days turn unexpectedly, both for good and for hardship. But even in those surprises, I was never surprised. I was never caught off guard. Every detour in your life, every change in your plans, every twist in the road, I was already there, waiting for you. And just as I was faithful to you then, I will be faithful in the days still ahead. Some of you are afraid of what the future holds for your health. You may feel the aches, the slower steps, the limits that were not there before. You may look at test results or doctor's notes and wonder how many more seasons you will see. My child, I am the God who holds your times in my hand. I know the number of your days, and they are not determined by chance. I will give you every single day I have appointed for you, and when the last one comes, you will not leave this world a moment too soon or stay a moment too long. Do not let fear dictate your joy. Do not borrow trouble from tomorrow. I have already walked tomorrow, and I will meet you there with the same love and power I give you today. When you wake up to a day that feels ordinary, I will have already placed blessings in it. When you wake up to a day that feels heavy, I will have already prepared strength for you to carry it. I know that the future also stirs questions about those you love. You wonder what will happen to them after you are gone. You pray for their safety, their salvation, their happiness. My beloved, I am not only the God of your future, I am the God of theirs. I will be present in their lives, just as I have been in yours. I will answer prayers you prayed decades ago, even after you have stepped into eternity with me. Your love for them is strong, but my love for them is even stronger, and it will not end when your time here does.